So in this video, I'll dive a little bit more into the cloud, and this is just looking at compressed JavaScript code. But one thing I did notice, and I haven't like looked at the cloud in a while because I've been talking with this AI kind of robot thing, which is kind of freaky, but it's cool at the same time. I guess people kind of like it, and other people think it's kind of weird. But when you access the Carno Cloud, right now it really forces you to log in, and previously it did not. So I think that they've made an adjustment so you can't. It instead of like loading the app and then the app forces you to log in, it forces you to log in before it loads the front end application, which is good. And another thing I've noticed is, I think it was back in October, like on YouTube, you can see the analytics, and like one of the places I usually see is from Discord. That's from the community. But in October, another source was Office.net, which I'm pretty sure that's highly on corporate, was looking at the YouTube channel. So there isn't really a whole bunch more I could really talk about the cloud. So I think this is maybe the second to the last video if I were to talk about it. But these are like fault codes that are hard coded into the front end. And again, you see this KCU, which some people were guessing that it was the Carno control unit, and I was thinking maybe it's a Kofor bit control unit. But then there's also a case KMS that's also mentioned, and that could be like a Carno management system. But I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing, and it doesn't really allude to what it is. But there's a call that the front end makes to the back end, and it's telemetry, real-time data slash KCU, and it gives it a list of Carno IDs. And what I'm thinking is that on this Carno generator, there's a bunch of controllers in it. It's a KCU, KMS, and MCU, whatever those four are, and those will talk to the Microsoft Azure IoT hub to send data to Microsoft as to certain things about this generator. So it's not only you have to print 3D parts for the generator and you have the enclosure, but inside of it are these microcontroller units of various types and sensors as well that also are in here, but they don't really talk about those, but they're in there. And an optional parameter that is sent to this real-time data thing is a show simulated of true, and it looks like the front end would randomly generate random data. I guess it's kind of like simulating output of what the Carno generator would produce without it being actually attached to it. I've mentioned this before, but in a previous part, but the backend also makes a call to a data dictionary for the KCU. And then the KCU apparently has signals, and some of them, it looks like a boost output of absolute pressure. And in the front end, it has like in parentheses PSI. So it's definitely a pressure related thing. Then it looks like there's like a max total absolute pressure, minimum total absolute pressure, and a tank pressure of some sort. That's the only thing, because I'm trying to still figure out what the KCU really is and does, but it looks like part of it is dealing with pressure. Then there is a call that it makes for another data dictionary for MCU. And MCU stands for, in general terms, microcontroller unit. You can kind of think of it as a Raspberry Pi kind of thing, but I have a feeling they don't have Raspberry Pis in there. They probably have something else that's probably a more industrial use microcontroller. But in there, they reference pins on the microcontroller unit. What the pins are and what the pins do is a mystery to me. Other stuff. There's like a table it has with MCU of 10 hertz with 5 minutes in parentheses. There's a KCU of 10 hertz and 5 minutes in parentheses. And then there are references to, there's no MCU mentioned in the real time stuff, but there's the KCU again, real time 1 minute, and then this KMS real time of 1 minute is also in this header. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.